Alright, let's try this again. Good morning, everybody. This is Scott PDX out of Portland, Oregon. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday, January 16th, 2014. So I've been playing around with my GoPro camera a little bit, but haven't been getting as much use out of it as I thought I would. So I thought, let's start doing some vlog entries and be a moto vlogger, or give moto vlogging a try. So this is my inaugural video. Hopefully it'll work. Looks like a beautiful sunny day here in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, right. You're gonna see the sunshine for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna drop down into the clouds, I'm sure. Ooh, a little icy here. Gotta be careful. I live in Southwest Portland, Oregon. We're up a little bit higher than the downtown city area where I'm heading to work this morning. The downtown area is about sea level, or just above sea level. Up here we're about 700 feet. There's a dense fog advisory today, and I just slid out a little bit there. So I'm gonna ride in, but boy, I'm gonna ride in slow. I have a rule: I normally don't ride when it's this cold out. But I'm breaking the rule today. I normally have a lot of routes that I take over the West Hills that are a lot more exciting. I'm going to take the major route to downtown Portland today, which is Barber Boulevard. And I'm going to be extra careful today. But anyways, I've been motorcycle riding for not a real long time. Only 4 or 5 years. Well, 4 years maybe. Got into motorcycles because of this commute right here. So I thought this was a good place to start. The parking in downtown Portland has gotten incredibly expensive. It's where I park got up to $13 a day, and I decided, well, for $13 a day, you know, that pays for a motorcycle note, and I always kind of wanted a motorcycle. One of my father's last wishes before he passed away a number of years ago was that I never got into bikes, and he went through a little Harley stage and made me promise not to get into motorcycles. And as we were having that discussion, I mentioned to him, well, I wasn't really into motorcycles at that time. The only one I would be interested in would be you know, like what those guys with those BMWs and those panniers they put on the side of them. They go out camping and go out in the woods into nature. And Dad kind of got a blank look in his eyes and said, you know, I've always wanted to do that as well. So I tell you what, I'll allow you to do that, but just don't do those Harleys. And so when it came time for me to look at motorcycles, that was the style I went for. And of course I couldn't afford a BMW at that time, and the more I looked around, the KLR seemed like KLR 650 seemed like a pretty good bike to get me going on this sport of motorcycling. You can see this cloud bank coming up ahead that we're going to climb into. So yes, you do get blue skies in Portland, just not everywhere in Portland. It's been a pretty dry winter for us. We normally have quite a bit of rain by this time of year, and our rain has been real patchy, and it's getting really kind of scary up in the mountains because they depend on that snow pack in the mountains to feed our reservoirs that give us water all year long. And when those don't get the snow they need, then we're going to have a dry summer, unfortunately. But there's still time. It's only January. There's still time for some rainy, crappy weather. We just hopefully they can build up that snowpack a little bit. But the foreseeable forecast, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We've got a high pressure system. It's going to be nice for a little while. So anyways, I picked up a motorcycle 4 or 5 years ago, and yeah, like I saved money on motorcycles. The price I spent on motorcycles and gear and trips and gas and everything is way more than how much I ever would have paid just parking in downtown Portland. But on the other hand, it's a whole lot of fun, and I find that when I drive downtown, and by the time I get home, I'm kind of pissed off from the day and the commute and the drive and the traffic and all that. But when I ride a motorcycle in, by the time I get home, I'm kind of relaxed and happy, and you know, got a smile on my face, and happy I made it home alive sometimes. But it definitely affects my mood. It makes me feel better coming home on a motorcycle versus driving in a car. At one time I was a big avid bicyclist, and when I lived on the other side of Portland, which is a little more flat side on the east side, I rode bicycles. But out here it's just too many hills, and riding bicycles and first thing in the morning up and down hills is not the most fun in the world for me anyways. Warmer weather maybe, but we'll see. So I apologize for the route I'm taking today. Most of these vlog entries are going to be a more exciting route to get to downtown, but today, based on that first turn where I can kind of feel the rear end coming around, safety is the primary concern. So I'm a little bit older fellow than some of these young wheelie riding hipsters that you see on YouTube. Shouldn't say hipsters, but some of the wheelie riding young folks on there. So you're going to see more adult. Can I say that? I don't know. You'll see different riding from me. I don't really do wheelies, but I do like to ride off-road. I do like to dual sport. I like to camp. There's other outdoor activities I like to do, all of which I plan on taping. So you'll most likely see more ride reports from me on smaller bikes up in the woods. Maybe some trip reports. I got a little trip coming up this weekend on my BMW. Just an overnight camp out called Snow Camp. But hey, it's just one night. How bad can it be? Also plan on doing some product reviews. You know, when I find something neat that I want to talk about, or something crappy that I want to point out that I bought, you know, I'll do a short little review on them. Probably do some vlogs on different sites around Portland and around Oregon in general. I'm pretty lucky to live in this area. It's a beautiful area, which I'm sure pretty much everybody says about their hometown area. But you know, here in Portland we have beautiful green hills all around us. We've got the Columbia River Gorge, which is absolutely beautiful. If we head east a little ways, we get into the eastern Oregon drier desert areas, and then of course we've got the coast about an hour away. And in between here and the coast is a huge OHV area for riding dirt bikes and exploring the coastal range, which I do quite a bit. Mount Hood is just an hour and a half to the east from here. It's got three ski resorts, pretty large. Well, a couple of them are pretty large actually. Timberline Lodge, Mount Hood Meadows are great ski areas. And the high country along that Cascade range where Mount Hood is located, it runs all the way from north to south in Oregon. There's lots of good riding and camping up in there, and I tend to ride with a lot of guys that live over that way too. So hopefully you'll get a good taste of different adventures and different riding and different motorcycle gear from this vlog, and hopefully it just won't grind into dust and be a chore and something I don't enjoy doing. So there's comments fields. I hope you put some comments in my videos, and if you have any suggestions or things you'd like to see here in Oregon besides fog and rain, let me know. I'll do my best. I wouldn't say, you know, if you want to subscribe, fine, but, you know, I'm not going to push the subscription now until I got at least a couple of videos worth of value. So this being my first one, I don't know how valuable it is. But I'm going to